We've all been there. You Google yourself, and suddenly, an article from 2012 pops up, showing off your not-so-glamorous moments. Maybe it's a misunderstanding, a bad review, or just something that doesn't tell the full story. Whatever it is, it's sitting on Google like an unwanted party guest who refuses to leave. But don't worry, today we're talking about how you can remove bad articles from Google, or at least push them down far enough so they don't keep showing up at the top. Now, before we get too excited, let's take a moment to understand how Google actually works. Google's job is to provide the most relevant and authoritative information. It doesn't know whether you had a bad day when that article was written. It just knows that it ranks well. So, how do we get rid of it? First up, contact the website directly. Yeah, I know, sounds simple, right? But sometimes the simplest solutions are the best. If the article is really inaccurate or damaging, reach out to the publisher or webmaster. Be polite. Politely ask them to take down or update the article. Explain why it's harming your reputation and offer any evidence you have that could support your case. Sure, they might ignore you. After all, people are busy. But you'd be surprised how many will consider it if you approach them professionally. Remember, a little charm never hurt anyone. Now, if that doesn't work, it's time to bring out the big guns. Google's removal tool. Yes, Google has a tool specifically for this, and it's like a magical eraser for bad content. If the article contains outdated or incorrect information, or if it violates Google's policies, think sensitive personal data, defamatory content, etc., you can submit a removal request. Just visit the Google Search Console's Remove Outdated Content page and follow the instructions. It's a bit like asking Google to do a little spring cleaning for you. But let's face it, Google doesn't always act like the cleanup crew we want. Sometimes they'll reject your request because they still think the article is relevant, so don't hang your head in despair just yet. That's where SEO comes in. Yes, search engine optimization. And no, we're not talking about sprinkling fairy dust to make the bad stuff disappear. What we are talking about is making sure the good stuff about you outweighs the bad. Think of it like a digital game of whack-a-mole. When one bad article pops up, you've got to hit it with something better. Start creating positive, high-quality content. Maybe it's a blog post, a press release, or a social media profile that tells your side of the story. By boosting your online presence with positive content, you'll gradually push those negative articles further down in search results. It's like taking the spotlight away from the bad article and shining it on your achievements, your hobbies, your side of the story. And if you're still feeling overwhelmed by all this, you can always consider hiring a reputation management company. They're the professionals who deal with this kind of thing every day. They'll help you remove, de-index, or bury the bad content so you can focus on the things you love. Like, actually living your life instead of stressing over what some stranger wrote about you years ago. Lastly, here's a trick that might seem a bit sneaky but is totally effective. Optimize the article itself. If you can't get it removed, try to update it. Sometimes a little SEO magic can turn a bad article into something less damaging. You could reach out to the writer and ask if they'll update the article with new, more accurate information. Or, if it's on a site you can edit, update it yourself. Make it less of a thorn in your side and more of a dull annoyance.
Call us at 877-356-7887 if you need help clearing your bad reputation. You can subscribe to our channel for more such content.